Hello, and welcome to this week's virtual tip of the week, where today we're going to talk about the layout of Lexis Plus and the filtering functions that are also available from within. So first, I want to go ahead and get started just by typing in a general search. So if you're looking to find cases on point to a topic, statutes, rules, regulations, news articles, anything that you want that's legal, you just go ahead and type in your search here. So I'm just going to ask, is parody fair use under the copyright statutes? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, search for my topic, and by default we are automatically dropped into case law. But I can always change that category by just clicking on the little drop down menu right to the right, and this will let me drop myself into any other category. So for example, statutes, or a secondary source, forms, news articles, dockets, jury verdicts, the whole schmo right here, okay? But once you have your site list in front of you, so I have my cases, with case law, I'm going to find 3 answers that are going to try to help answer my question. And then directly below that, it's going to start the case site list. Now, if that's too many, I'm looking at right now 297 cases, maybe I want to go ahead and narrow that down. So I could apply filters. So I kind of think of it like shopping on Amazon. If you go in and you search for a camera, you're going to get hundreds and thousands of cameras, right? But maybe you only wanted a point and shoot, or you only wanted a Canon, or whatever it might be that you wanted. You would apply filters, making that list more narrow. Okay, same thing here. So I've got 297 cases, not going to look through that many, maybe I'm just interested in cases that came from, how about the Third Circuit? So I'm going to go ahead and select that, and instead of 297, I am now looking at 17 cases instead. So that's much smaller. I could continue to apply additional filters if I wanted to. Another one that might be really helpful is to use search within results. So perhaps you were interested in finding only of those 17 cases, which ones mentioned XYZ word or phrase. You can just go ahead and type that word or phrase right here, click search, and it's going to narrow it even further. Now I am going to go ahead and change my category. I want to jump over here to statutes and legislation. Now keep in mind, any of the filters that you applied on the previous category do not carry over. So I've got different filters available to me here. Now with statutes and legislation, I just wanted to point out that this truly is statutes and legislative content. So if you're only looking for the code or the statutes, you're going to want to definitely come down here to category and narrow this down to just the codes, saying I don't want the legislative histories, I don't want congressional records, I just want the codes. So now I've narrowed it down here. I've got 16 results left, and maybe I only care about codes from a certain jurisdiction. Perhaps I'm looking here for federal law, so I could narrow it down to the US federal, and now I'm down to 14. You guys get the idea. Just narrow, 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 making your site list smaller, 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 and much less to have to sort through. And that's it. That's this week's virtual tip of the week. Simply answer the question below and you will be set. Until next time, have a great rest of your day.